What's up, people internet? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about the Equality Act. So there's a big misconception that this act is actually a new act that is just not coming into play and coming into question. The answer to that is no, it's not actually. The Equality Act was brought up in the Obama administration. It was also brought up during Trump's administration, but it never got passed the other way. Of course, now Biden is now pushing for this act during his administration. Why is anyone shocked? I'm not. So what is the Equality Act? So the Equality Act is a bill in the United States Congress that, if passed, would amend the Civil Rights Act of 1964 to prohibit discrimination on the basis of sex, sexual orientation, gender identity, and employment, housing, public accommodation, education, federally funded programs, credit and jury services, etc. So let's say I saw a guy going into a women's bathroom. It would make it very much frowned upon, and I think borderline illegal for me to question why that man is going into the women's bathroom, for instance. It would discrimination against someone who's going into the bathroom with the gender they identify with. That is the biggest issue I see with this act. One of the biggest issues. And the other biggest issue with this act is that it allows for trans biological men, so trans women, biological men, to compete, for instance, in women's sports, which I don't think is fair. There's been videos, for instance, of like women's WWE, of women literally getting beaten up by biological men that are trans women, and they're getting all bloodied and beaten up because this guy is obviously stronger than the other women because they're biologically men. They want equality, and if you want equality, I think that it is not fair to have biological men who are identifying as trans women to be competing in women's sports and women's events. I feel that if they want real equality, that they should have a completely separate sport. So for instance, instead of it being men and women, if we're gonna bring transgenderism into it, which no matter where your opinions on that lie, I don't agree with it, I think it's wrong. I think that if you want true equality, you should have a completely different group for transgender people. That's just my opinion, because I don't see that there's anything equal about having a biological man compete in a women's sport and then winning all these medals because you're biologically a dude and you still have all that hormone level and strength abilities that a woman usually would not have. What they want this to also include is for children to be able to decide if they could get transgender surgery without the approval of their parents. So in this country, a child at the age of 16, we don't consider them smart enough to vote, which I agree with that. They are not mentally prepared to make decisions like that, or to have alcohol, but we think it's mentally okay for them to decide their gender. That doesn't make any sense to me. So this is currently trying to be passed in Congress. I don't think it's going to happen. Share your thoughts down below. It's kind of new, not really. I mean, it's come into play a couple times in the last couple of years. They're pushing it now. It hasn't been passed yet, so we'll see what that happens. We'll see what happens if it does get passed, and just pray that it does not get passed, because this legislation is completely ludicrous. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to like and give it a comment. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already subscribed down below. And don't forget to come back next week when I come back with a new video. And comment in the comment section what you think and what your feelings and thoughts are about this Equality Act. I'll see you guys next week with another video. All right.